The once booming low-poly shooter, BattleBit Remastered, finds itself at a critical juncture in mid-2025. After a meteoric rise to fame, the game has experienced a significant decline in its player base, leaving many to question its future. However, a recently announced major update, dubbed Operation Overhaul, has injected a fresh dose of hope into the community, suggesting a potential resurgence for the indie sensation. Launched in June 2023, BattleBit Remastered took the gaming world by storm with its massive 254-player battles, destructible environments, and accessible, low-poly art style. It was hailed as a refreshing alternative to the mainstream AAA shooters, attracting hundreds of thousands of players and garnering overwhelmingly positive reviews. However, the months that followed saw a gradual but steady decline in player numbers. The initial excitement waned as the pace of new content and updates slowed, leading to a growing sense of abandonment within the community. Recent reviews on Steam have shifted to mostly negative, with many players citing the lack of communication from the developers as a primary source of frustration. By June 2025, the once thriving servers saw only a fraction of their peak population. Just as the narrative of a fallen giant began to solidify, the developers broke their silence with the announcement of Operation Overhaul. Details about the update remain somewhat scarce, but the teaser has been enough to reignite a spark of optimism. This upcoming patch is seen by many as a make-or-break moment for BattleBit Remastered. The community is cautiously hopeful that Operation Overhaul will address long-standing issues, introduce much-needed new content, and signal a renewed commitment from the development team. The current sentiment surrounding BattleBit Remastered is a mix of disappointment and anticipation. While the significant drop in players and the period of developer silence have undoubtedly tarnished its initial golden image, the promise of a substantial update has managed to keep a core community engaged and hopeful for a return to form. The success of Operation Overhaul will likely determine the long-term trajectory of this ambitious indie shooter. But now, I'll just enjoy the game for what it is and be optimistic about the update.
¿Dónde me disparan? Bro, happy. Are you happy?
Wait a second.